Oscar Duarte is taking on Miguel Madueño in the main event. It's a 12-round fight presented by Golden Boy Promotions and associated with Cancun Boxing and Camponovo Sports. It's association with Riyadh season, sponsored by Bet Online, Wow Casino, and he is going this Saturday at the Honda Center. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. I'm Beto Duran alongside Alexis Rocha, talented 147-pounder. We're at SOA Fitness in Orange, not too far from where the Honda Center is located. Alexis, you know this is your home, right? Because you train right next door. You train in this gym. You do it all here, don't you?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Beto. This is home for me. You know, Santa Ana's my home, and this is my second home over here in SOA Fitness, SOA Boxing Club.
So this is today's media workout. Have you ever worked one of these before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, this will be fun. You've done media workouts before.
Yeah, I'm usually participating in them. I'm not really hosting them.
All right, so media workouts for the fighter. We're going to talk to Oscar Duarte, the main event fighter. We're also going to see Kenneth Sims Jr., Duarte. Fighters are going to be on the broadcast for Saturday. The fights get going Saturday at 2 o'clock on the Golden Boy YouTube page on the prelims. I'll be there alongside with Scrappy and Eric Priest. And then at 5 o'clock on the Zone, you'll have my boy Ty Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix, and
Alexis Rocha.
you got to say your name right. And
Alexis Rocha.
Alexis Rocha will be part of the broadcast on Saturday. That'll get going at 5 o'clock live on the Zone. Golden Boy getting going here on Valentine's weekend. It's also a busy day for Golden Boy as across the pond, as they say, Arnold Barbosa Jr. will be taking on Jack Catterall, also available on the Zone. So there's a lot of things going on. February 22nd is Riyadh season. Virgil Ortiz and Kid Austin will be on the card, but it's Saturday. It's all about Golden Boy this weekend in Anaheim. Let me get to the main event, though. Oscar Duarte, you remember him from the Belasco days.
Before the Belasco days.
Yeah.
When we first started going, we're both backstage when no one was in attendance. Our moms were probably the only one in attendance for those cards. And to see where he's at right now is just, I'm also proud.
Yeah.
You know, I've met him before, all this. Now he's headlining the Honda Center. I can't be more proud than that guy.
Yeah,
for that
he
guy.
has a last-minute replacement, Miguel Madueno. Not last minute. Madueno got called last week, and this is a fight that Madueno, when people look at it, he was supposed to fight Regis Prograis. Madueno comes in. This dude is tough. We've seen him on the Thompson boxing shows back in the day where he was showing up and he was just knocking people out. This is a good fight. You've had to take on last-minute opponents. How's that hard for a fighter?
Let me tell you, Beto, that is difficult. That's very difficult when you train for a certain style, certain wrinkles that the fighter does, and then you go into fighting a complete opposite fighter than what you've been training for 8 weeks. It's very hard, very difficult.
Yeah, Madueno comes in with a record of 31-3, 28 knockouts. Now, where Regis is slick, former champion, moving around, Madueno is standing in the middle, rocking, socking robots. This is going to be good for Duarte.
Oh, very good for Duarte, but I want to see Duarte come out and be very impressive. I want him to make a statement that he shows that he belongs with the elites at that 140 division.
So there'll be 11 fights for you on Saturday. It's about developing tomorrow's stars today. One of the fighters that you'll be able to see that I'm really, really excited about, and you've gotten to know him because he's been training here with Hector Lopez, your trainer, is Gael El Terror Cabrera from Ciudad Obregón, Sonora. He's 6-0, all via stoppages. You'll see him on the YouTube portion of the broadcast. Gael, vente, come on over, and we're going to have Polo Asensio right here. You're going to have Polo Asensio, our translator, the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals in Espanol. Gael, all right, you've been practicing English. How are you doing?
Good.
What about your fight? Say, I am ready. You got it. I'm ready.
I am ready.
There it is. He's been telling me this. I bet I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. There you go. You're doing good. All right, so, Polo, for him, how does he feel training here in Southern California?
¿Cómo te sientes entrenando aquí en el sur de California?
Me he estado sintiendo muy bien y pues la verdad que también pues este último campamento pues ha sido de mis mejores campamentos que he tenido y pues vengo muy listo, la verdad.
I'm feeling great. This camp is one of the best that I've ever had, and I'm ready.
Can you please ask him who's his favorite fighter in the Santa Ana Boxing Gym, TKO Boxing Club?
¿Quién es tu boxeador favorito de aquí, de este club de boxeo del SAO, el Tiki?
Aquí lo tenemos presente.
He said he's right here.
Yeah, it's Alexis Rocha. It better be. Ciudad Obregón is where he's from. 6-0, 6 KOs. I can tell people he's super excited. What motivates him?
¿Qué te motiva? Eres de Ciudad Obregón, 6 peleas, 6 knockouts. ¿Qué es lo que te sigue motivando aún a pesar del paso que llevas?
Pues la verdad que me motiva mucho mi familia, mi gente de allá de Obregón y de México, y pues la verdad que pues sé que este camino no es nada fácil, pero pero me motiva mucho pensar en lo que quiero ser, ¿no? Y que quiero ser grande.
My family, my people from Obregón, obviously, all of Mexico, that motivates me. I know this road is hard, but I want to be big. I want to be somebody big in this boxing.
He's been fighting early on the YouTube portion. This year, what does he want to do?
Este año, ¿qué quieres hacer? ¿Cuál es la meta? Has estado peleando en las peleas primeras, pero ahora en adelante, ¿qué es lo que quieres hacer este año?
Pues la verdad que quiero irme, primero que nada, irme posicionando y espero la verdad que a mi ritmo, ¿no? Pero espero pronto, que sea pronto, una pelea grande para mí.
Slowly but surely, we're going up, little by little. But I know that soon, I hope there's a big fight for me.
You've been training in Santa Ana for the last 8 months. This is your third pro fight with Hector Lopez. How does it feel having a new coach, and what have you learned from him?
Has estado aquí en Santa Ana por los últimos 8 meses. Esta es su tercera pelea con Héctor López. ¿Qué se siente tener un nuevo entrenador?
Pues la verdad que muy bien. Me llevo muy bien con todos, con el equipo, y pues la verdad estoy a gusto.
I feel great. I know everybody in camp, everybody's been great with me, and I feel great.
All right, there's your camera. Send your shout outs to everybody in Obregón.
Le mandas un saludo a toda la raza de Obregón.
Un saludo a toda la gente de Obregón y arriba la rueda.
Hey, 6-0, Gael Cabrera. Good luck to you. We'll see you Saturday. Buena suerte. You can now go work out. You're going to see how hard this kid hits. Pégale duro. One of the things reason we do these media workouts, Alexis, is for the young fighters to get the opportunity to know what it's like to get through the media session. Because we're going to see Yair Gallardo, Daniel Garcia, Jumba, Gael Cabrera, Fabian Guzman, Javier Meza. It's one thing to get in the ring, Lex, but when you're doing this stuff, it's hard. It's intimidating. It's scary at first.
Yeah, it's very intimidating, especially when you go up in front of a camera. You don't know what to say. You kind of just in a pause. You're just kind of shaking up. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely fun having the guys go out the media workouts and doing interviews because it shows their charisma, I should say.
Yeah, and it's also part of the development of a fighter. So when you become the main event fighter, when you're fighting for the world champions, this isn't anything new, right? That's Golden Boy does a good job of this.
Yeah, very good job. Shout out to Golden Boy for doing these media workouts. Very fun. And, here we see Gabriel Cabrera.
Yeah, so Gael has been, he's 19 years old, maybe about to turn 20. He's from Obregón, Mexico, where City Salido's from. So many great fighters have come out of there. But he's from a neighborhood where you got to literally fight your way out of there. And when you bring him to Southern California, get him out of his comfort zone, because where he was at, Lex, they couldn't have any more sparring for him because he was good, but he had to go to Hermosillo where our friend Oscar Valdez was bad. So they took him under there. But to Golden Boy brought him to the United States, and they finally said, okay, the right training, the right conditioning, the right meals away from where you're at. That's hard for a fighter to do that, but you got to see him at the camp house. This kid's growing up quick.
Oh, he's growing up, and I love the growth in him. To go out to a second world country that you've never been in, and to go out there and just learn the new language, learn how everything is, a new city. It's very different. It definitely shows the hunger of a fighter.
Yeah, he comes from a fighting family. His brother Pichon is also a fighter. His dad showed him the sport of boxing. But when you're here, you know this. You could train for a couple hours. That's fine. But it's those idle hours late at night where you're in the camp house and you're looking at a guy like Jorge Chavez or Johnny Cañas, where you're like, you know them, but you don't really know them. But you're there. You try to figure out your own way. It can get lonely.
It can get very lonely, especially you can start missing home. You can start going into a dark place because you miss home. You're used to your comfort zone. But when you want to be a world champion, you have to get out of that comfort zone.
Gael Cabrera, 6-0 with 4 KOs. He's a talented fighter, loves to just hit hard. He's been going and doing some good sparring at Robert Garcia's gym, I've been hearing. So he's been going out there. You've been there too.
Yeah, I've been with him at Robert Garcia's. I've been with him for 3 camps now. I've seen him develop into the fighter he is right now, and I love what I'm seeing by him. He has a bright future. I'm not just saying that because he trains with me, but he definitely has a very bright future.
So that's Gael Cabrera. Let's bring somebody else who knows him. You'll be also able to see him on the broadcast Saturday. That's Fabian Guzman, who also trains with him at SOA Boxing. Fabian is 6-0, 6 KOs, a middleweight. The reason I want to bring in Fabian a little bit early right now, Luis, our producer-director, is because Fabian also knows what it's like to be in the gym with Gael. So, Fabian, when you see this kid working hard at the gym, what do you see?
I see a lot of skills. So he has a lot of skills, a lot of footwork, very exciting fighter. So,
but then you look at him, you're like, damn, this guy's like 122, and he's like rocked up, right?
Yeah. He's ripped, shredded to the bone.
And he hits hard, right?
It's hard, he cracks.
That's what I've been hearing in the gym, that when they're wearing mitts or when they're working the shield, that he's a kid who just hits really hard.
Yeah, a lot of talent, a lot of hard work, very dedicated fighter.
This is Fabian Guzman. Or is it Fabian or Fabian?
Fabian in Spanish. Fabian, yeah, whatever.
Okay, all right. We're on the broadcast right now, what do you want me to say?
Fabian.
Okay, this is Fabian Guzman. Most important thing, now that you have some fights underneath your belt, you can adjust how you want your name to be said.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it's like, I'm just happy to be on the show, bro.
Happy to be on the show.
Now it's Fabian Guzman. You'll be able to see him. What got you into boxing?
My older brother, yeah, he was boxing for a bit, and they put me in the gym. I just didn't stop since then.
What's his name, though? You got to make sure you shout him out, or else he's going to.
Oh, my brother, Chewing.
All right.
My brother.
See, so Chewy's going to be like, yeah, man, I took you, because everybody wants to take credit for you, right? Alexis, you know this. Yeah. When I first met you, it was like, oh, there's some people.
I was a little fat kid, too.
Yeah, we could definitely relate on that, Fabian.
I was like 150 pounds, like in 3rd grade, so.
No way.
I was
really?
a little fat kid.
I was 200 pounds at age 10.
Oh, damn.
Kind of top you a little there.
All right.
But yeah, Fabian, you're going along in a great path, bro.
Thank you.
I've seen the majority of your fights. I've known you before you're a professional, when you're in the amateurs, and now you're being a big card like the Honda Center. You've been fighting. You fought some of my undercards as well. You're knocking on the door to have a Golden Boy promotional signed contract in the future. How does that excite you, bro?
No, it's very exciting, especially fighting in my hometown. So I just gotta stay in the gym, put in the work, and hopefully everything falls into place.
All right, Fabian, right now we're watching Gael Cabrera. This is the kind of stuff that you've been talking about, you see in the gym. So, all right, what do you see from Gael right now?
He's just very fast reflexes. So, like, his footwork is crazy. He fights southpaw, he fights orthodox. So, he's a very skillful fighter. He could come in, and I think he could adjust to anything.
He does go southpaw every now and then, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Because in the fights, we don't see it that often.
Yeah. He's not a one-dimensional fighter. I think he could fight a bunch of styles. So.
Yeah.
His fights also usually end by the 2nd round, so he doesn't showcase it much.
No, he's a very exciting fighter.
Gael will be going 6 rounds on Saturday. This is on your screen right now. We're speaking with Fabian Guzman, the middleweight. He's also going to be going 6 rounds. And Gael right behind us over our shoulder. And you could just hear the punches. Usually a media workout, guys kind of go through the motions. Yeah. But when you're younger, you have to do this because people haven't seen you at all. Maybe it's the first time.
Got to be explosive.
There it is. You got to put on the show, man.
Put on the show.
For you, Fabian, when you come to the gym and train, it's an atmosphere where you have Hector Lopez, you have your trainers, you have everybody in the crew, then you have Alexis. The attitude just seems like everybody pushes each other. Is that what it's like?
Yeah, because, I mean, training by yourself sometimes is just like, I mean, obviously you got to work hard always, but when you see someone next to you hitting the bag hard and you see somebody, you see everybody putting in work, you got to like stay at their level, and you see Lex posts, he runs 10 miles, you're like, oh, damn, I got to run,
So it makes you more motivated.
Yeah, it motivates you. Definitely motivates you to just keep working harder and try to stay right behind them.
That's awesome, brother. What do you have planned for the rest of 2025?
I just want to stay busy, stay in the gym, listen to my team, obviously, and shout out SOE Fitness for always keeping me right. And I just want to keep putting on the show.
How old are you now?
21.
So you're 21, 6-0, 6 KOs. Where was your first fight at?
154.
No, where was it at?
Oh, Culiacan.
Right, tell the people that story. I've heard the story, but tell them what happened that night.
What happened?
How quick was it?
Oh, it was a 4th round TKO.
All right.
Yeah.
But the crowd, the atmosphere.
Oh, it was cool because I fought after the main event, so.
That's right.
Everybody was drunk.
So the story I've heard is that you were supposed to maybe a fight earlier, but in Mexico, there's a schedule, and then there's a schedule.
It was a good experience because it was like
stay ready.
Big crowd for my first fight. It was a really good fight. So
so the story I heard is like after the main event, people started to leave, and they're like, no, we got another one, and it was you, and you put on a heck of a show.
Yeah, put on a good show. Gotta work hard. Yeah.
So go from Culiacan, people yelling, throwing beer bottles, to Honda Center, a place you've driven by so many times.
So many times, ran the riverbed. Always see it all the time. It's my hometown.
And you'll be able to see Fabian Guzman. This is right now where you send out all your social medias, man. Let's go. People can follow you.
Fabes Guz on Instagram.
Oh, come on now. What is it?
Fabes Guz.
Spell that.
FABESGUZ.
Guzman.
Yeah.
Okay, we might have to fix that a little bit.
I have to fix that a little bit.
Yeah, it's like we want to have a Jessica Rosales, social media director for Golden Boy. We need to get him a better Instagram name. Fabian Guzman.
A better email. Huh?
Well, you got to have the burner one.
My email's worse.
Oh, what's the email?
Fabby Guz. I got to
Is it like AOL?
My manager's always laughing at me.
What is it, AOL, Yahoo still?
No.
Okay, you're not that
Gmail,
old.
yeah.
Okay. We'll get you, though. It's all marketing,
MySpace.
baby.
Yeah.
You got the MySpace, too. Fabian Guzman. You'll be able to see him on Saturday after he knocks people out. You can say whatever name you want. You can have any Instagram you want. I don't care. I'm not messing with you, bro. 160-pound talented fighter. All right, let's go put on a show for us. See what you got right now.
Thank you guys.
All right. So you'll be able to see him on the Golden Boy YouTube portion on Saturday. And the reason I say that is like, you know this, the marketing. You want to be able to get the name out there. And also more important thing is when Jessica Rosales is tagging you on Instagram for the Golden Boy social media account, she can't be like typing up different kind of names.
She can't be typing up names. You got to straight to the point. You're going to have one name that you're going to stand by and keep it that way. And it better be good, too.
Yeah. What's yours?
Alexis Rocha 777.
Why 777?
It's my birthday. Come on, July 7, 97.
97.
Yeah, lucky number 7.
Wait, you were born in 97?
97, yeah. Make you feel old or what?
I was in college. Duarte Madueño is our main event on Saturday from the Honda Center. Golden Boy Promotions getting you Valentine's weekend. Last time we were there for Valentine's weekend, Ryan Garcia was putting on a show, a quick knock. I remember bought a pink hoodie that spilled a drink on it, but we won't do that this time. Fabian Guzman, you know him from working out with him. I like his style, I like his approach. He's not going to be a trash talker, but his hands are hard.
Yeah, and he's a perfect example of I let my hands do the talking in that ring because he's a very soft-spoken guy, as you heard him earlier, but in that ring, he's a killer.
He's, 21, 22 years old?
21 years old, I just believe 7-0, 8-0. And man, sky's the limit for him, too. You know, I'm not just saying this because I'm being biased off the SOA Fitness, but we're training some killers right now.
Oh, because also, Alexis, you're the first one, when a dude is not putting in the work,
I check
you
him.
will let him know. On the broadcast, Johnny Cañas. No, because also it's your name too. Because it's the club. Because you're the elder statesman, even though you're younger. And those guys, you have those young fighters. But you go train with them. It's like, wait, you should not be the one outrunning the 18-year-old, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You should not be the first one showing up.
Yeah, it should be the first one showing up. Shouldn't be the last one leaving. It's funny you say that because I'm the old vet. You know, I'm the old veteran at 27. But all these guys I'm training with are 23, 24. You know, I've fought the 12 rounders, and I kind of been in their shoes already. So whatever advice they come up to me, and man, I give them all the advice I can.
Yeah, but you've also earned your keep where you're at. But you also were a very mature young man when I met you 10 years ago. But you were focused and driven where you're going to at. Because how many guys did we see back at the Velasco who were the main events that fell off because they let the outside distractions get to them? And that's kind of what your advice to some of these young guys are.
Yeah.
Is lock in.
Lock in. Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. But you have to lock in this game. You got to have that tunnel vision of no one's going to stop me. No one's going to be there. Am I going to have setbacks? Of course. Like anyone has setbacks in life. But you got to keep going forward. Yeah,
but you can have a setback in the ring, but don't let the outside factors be the reason you have that setback.
Exactly. There's going to be a lot of distractions. And most of those distractions are going to come on the outside. But you got to have that tunnel vision. How bad do you really want it?
You know, the reason I bring up the Johnny Cañas, you Golden Boy prospect, because you see a lot of talent with him, and you see that, you know, he's 20 years old and the outside distractions, and you got to lock him in there. He makes the weight, he gets the fight done. But for the young fighters, not just Johnny, but like anybody else out there, or Gael or Fabian, it's the reminding them that be in the gym.
You have to live in the gym, especially right now this early. You have to be active. Once you get a first-round knockout, you got to be fighting again within a month, I'm saying. Because, you know, I'm not just saying because I used to do this when I was in my starting off my professional career, but that's what you have to do. Your activity is key, and you got to build the experience to get to where you want to get.
Right now, that's 6-0, Fabian Guzman from Orange, California. You'll be able to see him on the Golden Boy YouTube show on Saturday afternoon. Right now, he's working with his trainer, and you can hear the punches popping. It's Wednesday, and he looks like he's on shape and ready to go.
No, he's in great shape. He's in phenomenal shape. I've seen him put in the work for this fight. You know, he's working with Jimmy Pantera, his head coach. You know, you can hear the snaps on those punches. He's a big boy. When I first met him, he was fighting about 140, 147 in the amateurs. Now he's a full-blown 160-pounder, bigger than me now.
And he usually comes in underweight, like at 159. Something like that. He'll be taking on Daniel Lim, a veteran, a fighter who has 14 fights underneath his belt, 11-3, so that'll be a good one. The broadcast gets going at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Myself, along with Scrappy Ramirez and Eric Priest, will be on the broadcast, and then at 5 o'clock live on DAZN is where you're going to be able to see this man right here. He is a talented young fighter. 5-0, 5 KOs representing Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, and Bakersfield. The owner of Warm Up Athletics. He's only 21 years old, and he's going to be the first fight you see on DAZN. Joel Iriarte. Dude, how you feeling right now?
Good, man. Excited to be here at the the little media workout. First time here, first time doing one of these, so I'm excited.
Oh, this is the first time you actually get to do one?
Yeah, it's first time.
Oh, okay. Do you know what you're doing today?
Just sitting a quick workout. Nothing, nothing away from what I do every day. So,
Most important thing is listen to Jane Murcia, the Golden Boys, the PR director. Whatever she tells you to do, do. As simple as, and makes your life a lot easier. You'll see Albert Baker with the cameras. You see all the cameras. This is just more of a chance for you to learn how to do the media stuff, how to see the exposure, and also for the media to talk to you, because the last thing you want to do is talk to them on Thursday, the day before the weigh-in, right? Because that's when you don't want to talk.
Cutting weight.
Yeah. Last year, you went 5-0. Golden Boy signed you last year, and they made you fight 5 times. Not made you, but they put you up 5 times, and you were under the zone for those 5 times. What does that say to you, what Oscar has planned for you?
Yeah, no, I'm real grateful for the opportunity that they give me to showcase my talent on DAZN and opening up the broadcast. I'm just looking to carry off that momentum, and now opening up the broadcast on my next fight, and hopefully just scaling and getting to that co-main and then main event fight. So I'm excited.
Like you said earlier, you fought 5 times last year. Do you expect that to fight 5 more times, 6 times, 7 times? What's the remaining fights you want to have in 2025?
Yeah, for sure. So, I did my pro debut in March, and now that I'm fighting, this year in February, I do want to, get maybe 6 fights. Just staying active and really carrying off that momentum that I did last year.
Yeah, 147-pound division. Alexis, you know something about the 147-pound division. What's the best advice you have for a young fighter at that division?
Yeah, bro, like, you just got to stay honest to yourself. You just got to stay consistent, and you got to have that hunger in you, man. You got to stay in the gym. Like I tell all my teammates, Johnny Cañas, Jorge Chavez, once you pick up a victory, bro, and you've been getting those first round, second round knockouts real quick, but you've been going back to the gym, and that's what I tell them. My advice to you, bro, just keep going in the gym, man. Keep working, keep getting that experience, and have as many fights as you possibly can.
All right, so when Alexis tells you that, it feels different from when anybody else tells you that, right?
Yeah, for sure. He has all that experience. He has a lot more rounds than I do. So, getting his advice, I'm definitely use it and implement it into my own, craft.
Alexis, you kind of ran into this in the beginning of your career too, where you started knocking people out early. In veterans, you were knocking out, and it's harder to find opponents. Same thing with you going on. Now you get an opponent that has over 40 fights. You've been asking for tougher opportunity. You've been asking for guys that can give you rounds. Like, it's great to get the 15-second knockout, but you want to have the rounds underneath your belt. And you're at 6 rounds for this one, so that means 8 rounds coming up soon, 10. But why are you guys asking for tougher fights?
Yeah, my job is to stay ready and, take whatever's available. And the guy that, we took was on the table for us. And, we're just going to get ready to put on a show Saturday night, and we're excited for it. But we do want tougher, matches, and hopefully my next fight's 8-round fights, and that'll, be a better jump for me.
Yeah, I know Oscar is super high on you. Eric Gomez, president of Golden Boy, super excited about you. And I was talking with Javier Meza, matchmaker for Golden Boy. I was like, Razo, who's Duarte going to get? This was last week. He's like, bro, don't say this on air, but I'm going to say it on air, Razo. He's like, this is the hardest kid to match up right now because he's talented, and veteran fighters see you and like, oh, that kid? And you went through that, Alexis, too, and your problem, right? Because it's get ready for the next opponent. That's a great sign, though, for the way the boxing world is looking at you. How's that make you feel?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm just a young kid trying to do my best in the sport of boxing, and taking those tough matches is something that I'm looking forward to. So just jumping up to that 8-round fights, and obviously not overlooking this guy, but just kind of putting in the show, clearing him out, and then going on to the next one.
Yeah, man, that's where you get the experience from. You think fighting those vets will keep climbing up that level and that ranking. What do you have to say?
Yeah, obviously my dream is to be number 1 on those ranking lists, so fighting, guys that are veterans that have a lot of time in the game and a lot more rounds than I do, it's just something that I'm looking forward to, doing and just growing off of.
All right, so it's time for your immediate workout. So here's the key to this, right? Yeah. Because there's going to be a lot of photographers around. When you're throwing the punches and you see a camera, make sure you look at the camera a little bit, right? All right, because you want to because you're not really throwing punches at 100 miles an hour, but you want to get the good pose. So when you see Chris Skater or Golden Boy photographer, make sure,
hold it maybe?
Well, you hold it, but you got to make sure you flex the abs a little bit more, because then what happens when they make a calendar of you? Yeah. Boom, you got it from
show the jawline.
Oh man, I wish I had a jawline, bro. Get out of here with that, man. 147-pounder Joel Duarte. Make sure you follow him prior to Bakersfield and Culiacan, Sinaloa. Oh, you 147-pounders. Yeah, I remember those days.
Long time ago, right?
Like 9th grade, maybe. Same height, 9th grade, like 75 pounds ago. So it was Uriel y Duarte. So, oh, yeah. Golden Boy Promotions media workout for Saturday's fight at the Honda Center. 147 pound. And Lex, you're solid in that division, but this kid's a tall fighter for 147.
Yeah, he has a very tall frame, long arms, and he's going to use that to his advantage. You know, I've seen the way Duarte fights, and he loves to dig down to the body and use his jab and use his reach. And you can go very far when using those tools.
Yeah, he's from Bakersfield, California. Great young man, great approach to the community. And as I mentioned, he opened up warm-up athletics in Bakersfield, California for his gym, but it's also great for the community because they do classes for special needs.
Wow.
And for the community, helping them out, somewhere to go, to just a place to exercise. And you know what it's all about. Because
It's all about, yeah. You don't want to stay obese. You know, unfortunately, nowadays, a lot of kids are eating tacos. You know, they're not sharpening up on their diet, but you love to see that.
well, Flaming Hot Cheetos will get you, bro.
Flaming Hot Cheetos will get you, man. Those tacos will get you, bro. I should know. I should be the one telling you. But, yeah, I love to see that. And he's taking the kids in that not just are obese, that are troubled, you know, that are staying out of the streets and going into the gym and doing something better with their lives.
Yeah. You started off at TKO Boxing, which is a community center in Santa Ana, right?
Yes.
It's literally a park, and there's a gym, and then it's, if a pro comes out of there, amazing, but it's more about keeping the kids off the street, and you still go back there.
I still go. I mean, that's my home. Like I said, TKO Boxing Club in Santa Ana. That's my home. You know, born and raised in Santa Ana. I'm still living there to this day. And when people see me there and they train, like, "Oh, you're Alexis," like, yeah, this is my gym. And my advice to everyone is just stay hungry.
Yeah, so we're going to watch Joel Duarte. He's going to put on his business. I didn't know this was his first media workout, but it is. So he'll be able to get an opportunity, and you're going to hear how loud the punches are. There you see trainer, make sure you got the big shield. So when you get the big shield,
you want to take less punishment if you're the coach. You tell Hector Lopez that. He takes those body shots all the time.
All right, Coach, how hard does he hit?
Pretty hard.
Yeah. You could have just brought the small shield, but you brought the big one, huh?
I can't take it with the small shield.
You can't take it anymore?
No, I got to use the big shield.
You ever go home and be like, man, my panza hurts?
Every day.
Don't we all? We all go home with the panza hurting. You can hear the coach a little like,
Yeah.
Like, make sure you punch hard.
Sounds a little nervous right now. Omar about to take some heavy shots to the body right now.
So you just hear a little bit of the punching now from Joel Duarte, who opens up the DAZN broadcast Saturday at 5 o'clock. Duarte always wearing that Sinaloa cap, family from Culiacan. See, it's one thing when you're training, right? And you're in your gym, you're by yourself. But is this a little weird when everybody is just looking at you?
Oh, it's super weird, especially when you have all the cameras, especially when you have to do an interview. It's definitely very weird because our jobs, we're just going in there and fighting. But when we have to entertain people, we got to put on a good show, and especially on a Wednesday when you're cutting weight.
Yeah.
Very tough.
But that's part of the business.
Part of the business.
What you got to do. Well, because we've had some workouts where they're outside or different locations. It's always cool when we have like outside of the general public is just walking by. I remember we did one at LAFC Stadium back in California. It was right outside. It was a Sudal fight. And people were just walking by like, what is this? Like, all right, let me see this. And people just see like you're at the zoo, man.
Yeah, it definitely brings a lot of eyes and a lot of attention, and you want that as a young fighter. You want to put on a good show on the mitts. You want to display your boxing skills.
147. He's about 6'1". He'll grow into like 154.
Yeah,
soon.
easy.
So the future is a middleweight right there. He's only 21 years old.
Yeah, I would say middleweight. He carries a tall frame. You know, he's not. He looks skinny right now because he's cutting weight, but I'm sure off season he feels in pretty nice.
Yeah, he's ripped. Though.
Yeah,
he's always around 146 where he's at. The overhand. That's when he's been knocking people out. That's Joel Duarte. You'll see him Saturday live on DAZN. The DAZN broadcast gets going at 5 o'clock. The Golden Boy YouTube fights will get going at 2 o'clock. And the fighter that's going to open up the broadcast is going to be Javier Meza. Hold on. From Amarillo, Texas. Right? Is it Amarillo or Amarillo? Amarillo. It's Amarillo. Got that microphone. It's Amarillo, right?
Yes, sir.
But when you see the good old boys, it's Amarillo.
Yes, sir.
Get that microphone.
Yes, sir, my bad.
All right, get over here closer here, Javier. How old are you?
I just turned 21.
You just turned 21 because I did your pro debut a couple months ago. You were 20. I was at the Commerce Casino. You put on a good show. You came out there. Now that you're done with your debut,
Yes, sir.
what happened that following week? When you went back home?
I went to Mexico.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, grandma's cooking.
Oh, you went to grandma's cooking?
Yes, sir.
All right, so where did you go in Mexico?
Chihuahua.
So you went to Chihuahua?
Jimenez and Coronado, Chihuahua. Yes, sir.
And then Abuelita took care of you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
When you went back there, where people were like, oh, man, this is the kid who just got his pro debut and he got the win. How'd they treat you?
It felt good. I felt kind of famous.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Did you go back to Amarillo?
Yes, sir, after.
And what about there?
Oh, right there, yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go to work. Everyone kept trying to talk to me, so I couldn't even go to work.
But you have a real job?
I work as like a server at a restaurant when I'm back home.
Okay, see, this is when you look at the camera and be like, all right, you shout out the restaurant. That way your boss gives you a couple more days off for free that are paid, right? So you went back to, where do you work at?
The Big Texan. It's a steak ranch.
Oh, the Big Texan, man.
Yes,
Your
sir.
boss said he's going to give you 4 days off, paid 4 days off because for shouting them out right now.
That would be nice.
Hey, shout out to the boss at the Big Texan.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I'm just trying to get you something for free, bro. I'm trying to be like, there it is. Javier Meza, when you started boxing, how old were you?
I started when I was 8. And I had my first fight when I was 11.
What got you into boxing?
My parents put me in it for self-defense, and then I ended up falling in love with it. Yeah,
Now you're a professional, making your second pro fight underway.
Yes, sir.
How does this feel, bro? Us as fighters, we're usually in there. We don't do interviews. We don't do anything. How does it feel to you right now?
a little shy. I'm not used to none of this.
Us too. We're really shy, bro. We're not used to this at all, man. Don't worry about it. No, but this is part of the program that Alexis was talking about this too, because one of Alexis' first fights was outside the T-Mobile Arena on Canelo Con weekend. Was that your pro debut?
That was my second fight.
Oh, the second pro fight.
But yeah, it was pouring rain, man. It was pouring rain. I got out and there was no one in attendance. Just my mom and my brothers that was all there. But yeah, man.
That's like, the thing about that is like you always remember where you're going to start. So like you had your first fight. So the media workout, what it is for you to work out and get exposure. You have the different members of the media out here talking to you because they're looking at you like, "Damn, Amarillo. Okay, cool. Who's this kid?" But what makes you want to be a pro? Because a lot of kids train as amateurs. But what made you say, "I want to be a pro"?
It's been my dream. I didn't like the amateurs. I didn't like having to make weight every day and then going to fight and having to fight with the judges as well. I didn't like none of it.
You just want to make weight one time and balloon
Just make
up?
weight
and
one
then...
time and eat.
So would you say your style is more suitable to the pros and the amateurs?
Oh yes, sir. I think my style's been like this in the amateurs since I don't know how long. My whole amateur career.
All right. So you were also training in Southern California, right?
And India.
You were in India with the Diaz brothers.
Yes, sir.
So I remember Toño telling me about this kid from Amarillo, because I know the song Amarillo by Morning, right? So you don't know it, but I know it. Toño, I got a kid from Amarillo. Watch it. In a couple of years, he might be good if he sticks with it. So you're that kid he was talking about.
Yes, sir.
So what's it like being in that gym where you see all those different monsters in there?
I like it. It feels good. I mean, I see other guys from Uzbekistan training. Makes me want to train harder. I just like it. It feels home. I like it a lot.
So when you come out here to fight, I remember in Commerce, a lot of people. Who showed up? The whole town.
It felt like it. Yeah, I had a lot of people back home come, my family, friends, girlfriend.
I remember when we were doing the broadcast, because it was like Golden Boy Fight Night, Thursday night, and if you could look at the YouTube comments, and it was like a lot of people were asking for you, like, where's this kid at? Where's this kid at? And I'm like, okay, there's always people who have following, but you have a good following, young man. I like that.
Sir.
Keep on doing it. Keep on doing what you're doing. Where do you work again?
The Big Texan.
The Big Texan. And they gave you a week off paid.
They give me 5 weeks.
They gave you 5 weeks off paid. What a boss you got over there. Javier, you got a nickname yet?
It's El Gallito.
El Gallito? You're going to stick with it?
Yes, sir.
All right, because sometimes, fighters come in there and they're like, that's not my nickname anymore.
Yeah.
That's not it anymore, right? Like, you know that.
Yeah, you always got to stick to one, like I always say. You got to stick to one nickname and one Instagram handle.
Yes,
What's
sir.
your Instagram?
It's
Look at the camera right there.
it's JA.VIER675.
What?
Yes, sir. I don't know. I just made it like that. I just left it.
J-A what?
Period VIER.
VIER?
675. Yes, sir.
Okay, Jessica Rosales, we got another guy you got to work with. This is what we're here. That's why Golden Boy's going to take care of you.
Yes,
They're
sir.
going to get you El Gallito Meza.
Yes, sir.
All right, can we get that? Can we get Gallito Meza? Oh, how's that sound?
I like it.
All right,
That sounds
yeah.
better.
All right, so Jessica Rosales, social media director, is going to get you that Instagram. Because
Okay.
J-A dot...
VIER.
See, you got to think. That's what we're here for, man. We'll take care of you. Well, most important thing, though, take care of work in the business and keep on doing it, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, get in that ring. Show us what you got. Javier Meza. Tell you, Lex, I like this kid. Good attitude about him. He's from a small town.
Small town.
So he doesn't really know what he's doing, but this is what it's all about right
This
here.
is what it's all-
opportunity. Because
Yeah.
you can tell he has that personality.
Oh, he has a personality. You know, most people are very timid when they go up here, but he was very talkative, and I like to see that with young fighters because when they're talkative and they have the exposure, having this much exposure, that means they're having fun with it, Beto.
It's also, okay, he shows up, we're standing here, there's 3 different lights in front of him, there's a camera in front of him, and everybody's looking at him, and he said, I've never done this before. So it's intimidating. He's not like some of the other fighters or, 10-year-olds who have like their own brand and their own managers, and they have huge TikToks, and they've never even had one amateur fight.
He won an amateur fight, yeah. But this guy brings it to the table. He comes over here and he has his eyes set on the world championship.
Yeah, and he's training with the Diaz brothers in Indio, California. You know what it's like. They don't just, Toño and Joel don't just take on anybody.
Exactly. They don't take anyone. They see the talent, and they have that excitement in you to go out there and, show your capability of what you can do as a fighter.
So it's El Gallito, Javier Meza from Amarillo, Texas. Got a knockout in his pro debut a few months ago. He's going to be fighting at the super lightweight division against Lyle McFarland from Oklahoma. McFarland has 9 fights. And you'll be able to see him at 2 o'clock as we open up the Golden Boy portion on the YouTube, as we're getting everybody working there. So there'll be 11 fights total on Saturday afternoon. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com at the Honda Center, home of the Anaheim Ducks. But also a spot where Alexis Rocha has fought. Y'all remember you fought...
I fought Brad Solomon and
Brad
I fought
Solomon.
Giovanni's Barraza. Yeah, I fought there twice.
Yeah.
That is a dream to fight there, and one day I'm hopefully headline it there too.
All right, so, that's right, you weren't the headliner
I
at
wasn't
that
the headline. This is my backyard too, so hopefully one day.
So one day you'll be able to headline anywhere. What is the plan for you this year?
The plan's a world title shot.
Okay.
I have my eyes on a world title shot, and I've been working my way up ever since that loss, and I feel like I'm right back where I'm at. So that world title shot is what I want.
Alexis Rocha, you'll be able to see him Saturday, not fighting, but all suited and booted. He'll be part of the DAZN broadcast that gets going at 5 o'clock. So he's going to be joined Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix, and Todd Grisham on Saturday. I'll be on the broadcast on the undercards with Scrappy Ramirez and Eric Priest. That gets going at 2 o'clock. All right, right now let's bring in the young man who has a lot of personality, who doesn't even need... Like, look, I don't even know why they put the name Daniel, because nobody knows who Daniel is.
Yeah.
This is Junebug Garcia representing, not Denver. What is it?
Yeah, Denver.
Is it Denver?
Yeah, you got it.
No, but I thought it was Aurora.
No, Denver.
All right, we're going Denver. All right.
Yeah, Denver.
He's representing everything.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
first-
Colorado. Just
all of Colorado. 10-0, 8 KOs in the lightweight division. And right behind us, you're watching Javier Meza do the mitts. So Meza was telling this the first time. He's never done anything like this. He doesn't know what's going on. You remember the first time you did one of these?
Yeah, I was very nervous. I was very nervous. Sometimes still I slip up on my words, but I'm trying to work on that also.
As long as you can put together 3 words, believe me. If I'm
Yeah.
doing this, anybody could do this. All right, so when you show up, Junebug, and you're going to be fighting the lightweight division on Saturday, you show up like, do you remember when you were like Mesa, the kid who was like nervous to be here the first time?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. If you say you're not nervous, especially it's even not just on a big stage like this, you're most likely lying. It's nerve-wracking, but you work hard enough, everything's gonna come to fruition. So.
All right, Jumbo, how old are you now?
I'm 23.
You're
Jordan year.
Wow,
Jordan year.
you're
yeah.
Jordan year.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so your grandmother makes your trunks every single fight.
Yes.
So she's made 10 of them.
Yeah.
She's undefeated. She's 10 and
Yeah, she's 10-0. That's my lucky charm right
So
there.
you wear serape style trunks every
Yeah.
single time. Your grandma goes and finds the serape.
Yeah.
So where do those trunks go? Do you hang them up? What do they do?
Yeah, after my fight, I frame them and I use the gloves and usually either the hand wraps if we still have them, and we frame them up in our back room.
So grandma gets the trunks?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sometimes we give her the frame, but I throw in, a little bit of loot, every fight, she's a good luck charm. So, I gotta, pay her also.
I gotta say, Junebug, you're one of my favorite fighters to watch. You're very well spoken, man. But in that ring, you're a beast, bro. What can we expect this Saturday?
Same thing, I'm working my butt off. Every camp, it's still adding certain little things to my, whatever I need to work on, I will work on, even if it's you know, foot movement, my jab. I always work on my jab every camp, just because that's, you know, especially a jab.
Yeah.
You put your jab, you work on your jab more, and it just somehow helps you way more in a fight. So.
Yeah, those definitely the tactical and the technical
Oh,
skills
oh,
inside
yeah.
of boxing. But I want
Yeah.
to know also, what's your mentality like going into the media workout, to the press conference tomorrow, to the weigh-ins, and then to Saturday, the actual fight itself?
I try not to overthink it too much, just because this is a part of it. This is, you know, you have to go through this, and it's gonna make you grow as speaker, like you said, and just if you're gonna get on a big stage, you're gonna have to be able to, you know, deal with all the media and stuff. So especially nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
So
Junebug Garcia, 10-0, 8 KOs, lightweight division, will be taking on Francisco Pacheco, a veteran from Mexicali who has 12 fights. And when you show up there, Junebug, you continue to climb. You went from being the first one to the second one. Now you're getting later on in the card.
Yeah.
All the result of hard work. I know Oscar and Eric Gomez really like the way that you're approaching the business. What's the difference now from when you started?
honestly, like from amateur to
As a pro? Because you
there's
seem more confident and relaxed.
Yeah, there's a lot, just because when you put more into something, it don't even matter if it's boxing, anything, you're going to get more out of it. The more you sacrifice, the more you're going to get out of it. So the more I sacrifice, the more I get out of it.
All right, who's that behind you right now? I can't see. Right there, you're wearing the Junebug shirt.
Oh, yeah, my dad. That's my dad.
The lights are blocking me. I can't
That's
see.
my pops.
Come on over here. Get over here. Get over here.
Uh-oh, he does not.
No, we're not interviewing. Right here. Dad. All right, so the shirt, the hoodie, the logo. This is the logo you've been using
Since I was like, how old do you think?
10 years old.
Yeah, like 10, yeah.
Where'd it come from?
Someone drew it. He would like draw comics and stuff, and he drew this up for me.
Because you have the boxing gloves on there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then it says, it's always
So this is
Junebug
an
in Denver.
original logo that he
that's
drew.
original.
Yeah, he drew out that.
It's always Junebug in Denver on the, and this logo
Yep.
right here.
Yeah.
And the sarape, whatever trunks he's going to come out with, it's going to match.
So this is the color for this weekend?
Yeah. Yep.
Red
Look.
for Valentine's.
Yep. Red for Valentine's.
There it is. All right, and these you can buy.
Usually on his Instagram, which is
Hit Squad Boxing Denver.
or
his
my Instagram, which is junebug.garcia.
All right, so see, right there, that's marketing, baby. That's
Yeah, perfect.
So where's the guy who designed this? Where's he at now? He just
I don't
disappeared.
know. I don't know. He just disappeared.
He's probably somewhere like, hey, I know that guy.
It was meant to be. He just like made it, and then I don't know what happened.
That's cool
Yeah,
right there. I've always liked the logo and what you guys do with
Thank
it, but
you,
I've always
thank you.
wondered, like, because you don't always see it,
Yeah.
but you do this time.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you,
Juma,
thank you.
appreciate you. Go put some work in, get the mitts, and don't hurt your dad right now.
Okay, yeah.
That was the easiest interview you've ever done.
Yeah, I know. He's all nervous.
He showed
Got
up.
all sweaty.
Dude, I know when I waved at him, he was like, no, I don't want to talk. Because even for fights when the trainers get mic'd up, he's like, oh, yeah. Go put your gloves on, Jubug. Get some work right there. Nice young kid.
Why you put his dad on the spot like that, Beto? Come on.
Well, look, we got 2 hours of doing this, Lex, and sometimes you got to give the people what they want. Look, they got a promotion out of it. They got to be able to sell some hoodies, but that is a nice hoodie.
That is a fire hoodie right there.
Yeah, that's a nice hoodie, XL. All right. There it is. But what I like about that is that you can hear the connection between he and his dad, and then also his grandmother who makes the trunk.
Yes.
A family of fighters. But he's from Denver, but he trains with Danny Garcia. The last month at camp in Ventura or Oxnard area. So he's got to make those sacrifices.
Yeah, he has to make those sacrifices of leaving home and leaving his comfort zone, and again going out to chasing his dream and going to Ventura and getting out of his comfort zone and training with a coach like Danny Garcia.
Yeah, so Junebug putting on his Everlast gloves. He'll be working the mitts. And you'll be able to see him on the YouTube portion on Saturday that gets going at 2 o'clock. But you're on the same card with him last year at YouTube Theater. I know you didn't watch because you were busy getting ready for your fight.
Busy in my thing, yeah.
But when there's certain fighters that they fight and then you're like, you hear, oh, he's been one lately where, early in the fights, not everybody's in their seat. But then out of nowhere, you hear he's been one of them.
Yeah, with the beautiful first round knockout. I believe it was the YouTube Theater that he got. And it was a picture perfect right hand. Monstrous right hand that landed.
Yeah, and we're going to watch Junebug work the mitts. What's his dad? Oh, Danny's got the mitts.
He's got the mitts.
All right, Danny Garcia got the mitts. There you go. Excellent trainer right there, Danny Garcia from the Garcia clan, brother Robert. Let's just watch a little bit of Junebug because that stick that he has, Lex, a lightweight at his height with that jab.
With that jab, that's trouble right there. And he specifically said that he loves to use his jab. He loves to work on his jab. So that's going to be a very key factor in his career.
Yeah, Junebug will be the main event of the YouTube portion on Saturday, so you'll be able to see him a little bit after 4 o'clock. So for everybody watching us in Denver, 4 o'clock Pacific time. And he's been growing, too, as far as the maturity factor. He said, my Jordan year, right? He's 23 years old. But a young man that when you start rising in boxing, when you start getting more fights, and now that you're 10-0, they're stepping him up in competition. Gets a good veteran fighter from Mexicali, Francisco Pacheco, who I've seen a couple of times. That guy is not going to go away. He's going to be there for him. He's been tested well because he's not the blue chip prospect, right? He's not the one who's getting the big signing bonus, but he's worked his way to getting a contract. He's worked his way to getting Golden Boy to sign him. He's worked his way up, and the approach and the attitude is there because he's just like you, Lex. After a fight, Monday, I'm back in the gym.
Back in the gym, and that's what you have to do as a young fighter. And he has that full confidence in himself. And like you said, Beto, he's rising up in the fights that is putting him into these caliber fights that he's now he's fighting against contenders.
All right, heck, get in the middle right
Oh,
now.
why do you got to get this guy?
Well, Lex, sometimes you got to interview people that you don't really like, and you got to be a professional. So this is Hector Lopez, who Hector does. Alexis doesn't like him the week he's cutting weight. Right? The trainer for Alexis Rocha. No, Lex, hold on to your microphone because if you do, the coach is going to take it and take your job too.
Probably.
Right now. Hector, you're coming here. SOA Fitness is where you have a lot of fighters. You're going to be busy on Saturday. You have Gael and you have somebody else.
We got 3 guys, obviously Ricardo and Fabian, and I'm just glad that we're fighting and it's in our backyard, and it's hopefully we'll have a great show. I'm excited.
Go ahead, Lex.
When you have that many fighters fighting.
No, it's not awkward. You've known this since you were like 8 years old.
So, excuse me, Mr. Lopez, when you have that
Here,
you have that many fighters.
Don't say Mr. Man. Don't put him on the pedestal.
I have to. I'm always giving him crap too. But yeah, when you have that many fighters fighting, you have that fighter, the first one, you got to get ready. You got to immediately after he announces his name as a winner, or God willing, you got to go back to the second corner. How does that feel for you? You got to be rushing everywhere. Is it draining, mentally exhausting?
I think it's a little tiring, but it's fun. I think you look at it as a challenge. You got to go back, wrap the next guy, run out. I don't even sometimes stay when they raise their hand. I'm already running back and getting my next guy ready. So it's fun.
Yeah,
it's all
I can't keep a straight face because this is my coach. We always mess around to hear him, to having to ask him questions.
Be professional.
You're right.
Be on the zone Saturday. Be
Yeah,
professional,
you're right.
Alexis.
Also,
Get through
Hector, what do you think about your 147 contender, Alexis Rocha?
He's a badass. He's a really good fighter. I'm expecting big things from him. I'm sure you heard of him. He's pretty good. Still needs some work, but
I heard of him.
Yeah, he's all
What
right.
don't you like about Alexis Rocha?
A lot of stuff, but I can't say it on TV.
Like, just give one for example. Maybe he's hearing right now.
Yeah, Jesus. Nah, he's very likable. I can't really say bad things. I've been training him since he was like, a young kid. Maybe his ears. I mean, that's the only thing.
Wow. I have no comment on that one.
Wait, they asked me. I had to answer.
That was a cool moment because these two have gone back since before he was a fighter.
Since
right?
I was 7 years old.
He was like 6 years old. He's about 4'1", about 225 pounds.
And you're not even joking.
Yeah. No, I'm not joking. He was. He followed his brothers into the gym, and look at him now. So it's a great story.
All right, you also manage Alexis, and Alexis Rocha had a big fight with Raul Curiel. It was a heck of a fight. It was a draw, and I think everybody that was there went away a winner. Not to say that you want him next or anything like that, but could there be possibility maybe down the road of another fight between Alexis and Curiel?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I can't really say much, but it's going to happen. They're in the same weight class, same promoter. It's going to happen. I think the fans, hopefully they felt like they had a good fight. But something's brewing, and we'll be announcing shortly.
Gael Cabrera has been training with you for a little bit less than a year now from Obregon. Kid is tough. I like his style. I like his attitude. What do you like about him?
everything. He's got great work ethic, the look. He's got speed, power, footwork, great amateur pedigree. I think he's got it all. I really expect big things from that kid.
Saturday night, live on DAZN, 5 o'clock, Joel Duarte will be opening up the broadcast. The broadcast will feature Ty Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix, and Alexis Rocha. They grow up so quick, Coach.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I'm more excited. I think I'm more nervous to see him on the DAZN broadcast than, my guys in the corner. I'll be very nervous.
Yeah, because he's been part of the broadcast with me on the YouTube portion on Golden One Fight Nights on Thursday. But this Saturday, you're going to get a makeup artist, bro.
Yeah, I'm a makeup artist. I'm actually feel what it feels like to be Beto Duran.
Yeah. Both of you guys get out of here. I'm tired of both of you. Coach, thank you so much. All right, that wasn't awkward, huh?
No, not awkward at all.
Hey, were you like a little nervous?
Felt weird asking him a serious question because at the gym we always joke around.
Yeah, but it's weird when you actually have to become a member of the media and you're like,
all the relationships go to the side and you have to be strictly just an analyst.
That's the thing when you tell me you're like, man, Beto, I know you one way when you come to the gym, you hang out. When you put on the suit and the collar shirt, all of a sudden you're
you're still the same.
Hello,
you're still the same.
Right? Just whatever you do, don't ever use broadcaster voice. Don't ever become, hey, I'm Alexis Rocha. Don't become broadcaster man. Just be yourself, right?
Definitely.
You know who you want to see on Saturday? Kevin Ginho, who is going to be making his second fight on Saturday. Kevin, did I say your name right? Ginho or Ginho? All right, there it is. 1-0, got a KO, bantamweight division. How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
You're 19?
I'm 19 years old.
This is the first time you've done an interview on DAZN?
Oh, on DAZN?
Yes.
Live? No, this is my first time, definitely, for sure. Plenty of interviews before.
Yeah. I've seen you. I've heard of you. First time I get to meet you, though.
Yeah.
But when people are going to see you on Saturday, you open up the DAZN broadcast on the YouTube portion at 2 o'clock. What are they going to see?
Man, you're going to see a Kevin that you've never seen before, honestly. I've been training for, maybe 4 months already in a training camp. I've gone through 2 training camps already, and, unfortunately, I couldn't fight those 2 times because of, things that happened in between. But I'm ready. I'm more ready than ever, honestly. I've been training so hard. I know I have my family on my back, my friends supporting me, so it encourages me and it motivates me to push through for the second fight.
Now heading to your second fight as a professional fighter, how do you feel your pro debut went, and what can you tell us just the emotions of doing that debut? Because me as a fighter, it felt like a dream. I just want to know your insight.
Yeah, honestly, it was more than what I imagined. It was beyond, the bar was set so high. Honestly, I couldn't fathom everything completely while I was in the moment because of how different and compared to the amateurs, because I do have an amateur background, and it was nothing like the amateurs at all. Of course, you have the work and the training and the fight, but with the bright lights and the audience in the back, you have the atmosphere. It was completely different. And meeting new people as well was a very humbling moment,
Very humbling moment, yeah, indeed. And the people that don't know you, how would you describe your style?
Well, throughout my years in boxing, everyone has always seen me as Marquez, Juan Manuel Marquez, or having that Finito Lopez type of style. Yeah, because
so you have that Mexican style. You want to come forward.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm in between of boxing and brawling. I can do anything. Honestly.
Boxer punching.
I can do everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, we're from Mexico City. My family heritage is from Mexican. So yeah, we have that warrior blood in us for sure. Yeah.
I'm glad you bring up Mexico City because I'm looking at your team, right? So the paperwork says Bakersfield. Are you from Bakersfield?
Oh, no way.
Okay, Jay Murcia, he's not from Bakersfield. All right, it says Los Angeles and then Mexico City.
Yes, sir.
All right, so your family's from Mexico City.
My family's from Mexico City.
Right.
I was
born in LA.
Yeah.
But then your team uniform says La Puente Boxing.
Oh yeah, so La Puente is actually a city in the outskirts of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So LA County is,
So are you from La Puente?
I'm from La Puente.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is most important. This is why we do these meetings.
Yeah, somebody said Whittier and then West Covina. I was like, no, you got to.
So you're La Puente Boxing.
Yeah.
What's up with Team USA on your team's gear?
Team USA, well, that's actually the background for my amateur boxing. The amateur boxing is.
Yeah, because on the sweatsuit.
The USA Boxing.
Get over here. Yeah.
Yeah, if you see it.
Who's this kid right here?
This is my brother, right?
Oh, this is your brother?
Yeah,
Get over here, brother. You got to get in the middle.
Yeah,
we got to, look, this is the most important thing is you got all the sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
But right here it says USA Boxing.
Yeah.
And then the La Puente Boxing. I was just curious, were you part of Team USA?
Yes, sir. I was part of Team USA actually the team, no. But I've been boxing for them The
You were part of
association,
the
yeah.
same thing you were doing, right? Lex?
Exactly. Yeah, the amateur boxing. So.
Yeah, as an amateur, that's what you want to be on. You want to be a member of the Team USA, whether it's the junior, youth, or the elite tournaments.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's what your Team USA association is with.
Yes, sir.
La Puente Boxing. Who's training you?
My dad /
Where's the dad at?
trainer,
Let's
yeah.
go, everybody. We got to get the wide angle there. Right here, Dad. Thank you. Dad's like, ¿cómo se llama?
Family's business.
Salvador is the dad.
Yes, sir.
This is the brother.
This is my brother.
What's your name?
Isaiah.
Isaac. Do you fight?
I do.
Okay, so you fight too?
Yeah.
You're an amateur?
Yeah.
All right.
He just
So,
won the silver gloves. He just won the silver gloves last month, right? Last week. Last week.
how old are you?
15.
So you're 15 years old. Team Gudinho, so they don't put the first name on there, Dad. That way, Gudinho, they can just switch the uniforms back and forth. All right, there it is. Save some money right there.
Yeah.
So representing Mexico City and La Puente and USA Boxing and Salvador
Yeah.
and Los Angeles, and you represent everybody.
Whatever you see on that suit. Yeah,
And representing El Pueblo Burger. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where you're going after the fight, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because not today, not tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I would. The announcers, we can eat whatever we want, bro.
Oh man,
3 chins.
I
all
was
we
planning
want.
on it after the fight. Though, yeah, for sure.
Kevin Gudinho, good luck to you, my man,
you
right
so
there.
much.
Good
Appreciate
personality right here. Let's go. Get in the ring. Show us what you got. Salvador, don't hurt your hands right now, okay? You too, Isaac. Don't hurt him, okay? Okay. I like that kid.
Yeah.
Gudinho with accento, with the ñ.
Speaks very calm for his age,
Yeah.
right?
19 years old, he said?
19 years old.
19 years old. So you'll be seeing Kevin opening up the YouTube portion of the broadcast at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So that's why we do this. We want to make sure the details. Do not say Bakersfield. I think that's just Idiarte where he was from. So
Yeah.
But I like how he was like,
Nah, I'm not.
outskirts of
from
LA.
there. Yeah, everywhere. he basically plugged in like 4 different cities.
Oh, yeah, he was like a geography teacher out there. He was taking everything we need. So you'll see Alexis on the DAZN broadcast. It's going at 5 o'clock on Saturday. But this is what I like about this. Like, we have fun with these young fighters. I mean, you and I go back to doing this, but it's about the rise of where they're at to where right now they all want to get to your level, man.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see them, how excited they are to be.
Yeah, it's very cool to see how excited they are and how passionate they are, because this is how we start, which is the passion, with the dream that we're chasing, and eventually as you chase those dreams, more bigger things come, and that's when the interviews happen, and that's where the more the prep comes in.
So Southpaw, Kevin Gudinho. Salvador, part of Barbosa? Yes. So Arnold Barbosa. Arnold Barbosa is the manager. Because I keep seeing Arnold posting about him. I didn't know what the connection was. So Arnold Barbosa is his manager. Oh, and Arnold's going to be busy Saturday.
Yeah. He's got a fight coming up, and he has his fighter fighting as well.
Man, that's a business, man. And he's selling another house, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold Barbosa will be across the pond on Saturday, also on DAZN, as he'll be taking on Jack Catterall. Barbosa went to a Man City game yesterday.
I saw that.
It's against Real Madrid, so he's doing out there. Been out there a couple of weeks. Shout out to Arnold Barbosa, one of the good dudes in the sport of boxing. And Kevin, and Salvador, he's southpaw the entire. Doesn't switch. No. So he's a real southpaw. So you like southpaws, Alexis?
I love southpaws. And I'm not just being biased, but I love southpaws.
Yeah.
Wherever southpaw, I tune in to watch.
You guys are all backwards.
Yeah. We got that edge advantage.
There's a Gudinho in the shadow boxing in right now. We're at SOA Fitness in Orange, California. A couple days away from the main event Saturday of Duarte and Madueño. We'll be talking to both fighters in a bit. Tickets still available at Ticketmaster.com for Saturday. Make sure you follow the Golden Boy social media accounts, the Instagram, the Twitter, the TikTok, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow Oscar's social media, because there's a lot of good stuff going on there. Is it Thursday tomorrow? It is Thursday tomorrow. Who knows what you might get. There you see. Duarte Madueño is the main event. Great job by everybody working behind the scenes, the entire crew, of getting 11 different fighters here for the media workouts. Jane Murcia, Golden Boy, director of PR, who is clapping for herself right now. She should. Probably to Palmdale and UCLA. But it takes a lot of people to get things going. Lex, you thought it was just simple, just showing up and talking. No, it's not.
No, it's really not simple. You got to put up so much energy, but this is what you got to do. But you also have to have fun.
All right, I'm excited to see this young man right here. A southpaw, working with his dad. They've been wanting to pro for a while.
Got some pop behind his punches as well.
He'll be a bantamweight. Mexico City fighter, too. Oh.
De Ciudad de Mexico.
You got family there, too, right?
Yeah, my dad's side's from Mexico. De Ciudad de Mexico.
All right, bantamweight division is very, very interesting. A lot of names out there. But right now, let's talk about the flyweight division. Let's bring in El Nino, Ricardo Sandoval, representing Rialto, California. This might be the first time I see Ricardo without the banda behind him. El Nino Sandoval, you'll be fighting for the WBC silver flyweight title on Saturday against Soleto Henderson, a man from Indiana who's 10-1. Nino.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell me that it was your birthday?
Yeah, on the 5th.
When was your birthday?
My birthday was February 5th last week on, I think, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
All right, so Jessica Rosales telling me, like, she's like giving me sign language over there, and she's like pointing in different directions. I don't know what's going on. So it was your birthday?
Yeah, my
How old are you now?
26.
No, you're not.
26 years old.
You're getting old, bro.
I
I met you,
man.
you're like 18.
For real, huh?
Yeah, so either I'm getting old or you're getting old.
Well, I think both of us.
What do you think about the way he has to change his nickname to El Nino?
El Nino.
What happened?
You think he has to change his nickname El Nino?
You're 20. You're 26. Should you change?
My friend, everybody still calls me El Nino, so.
You're gonna be that guy when you're like 75 years old, El Nino still, right?
Yeah,
El abuelo Nino.
Yeah, that's what they call me all the time, El Nino, so I just, as soon as they say El Nino, I'm like, I turn around.
Does anybody call you Ricardo?
They call me Ricardito.
Ricardito.
Yeah, because my dad's name is Ricardo.
Yeah.
So they just call me.
All right, so you're fighting for the silver belt on Saturday, which is important because it gets you one step closer to fighting for the big belt that you want. This isn't an easy fight for you, is it, Saturday?
No. It's gonna be a difficult fight. You know, I see my opponent. He likes to move around. You know, and he's a slick fighter. So he just, you know, I train really hard and I'm just ready.
This is Kevin Gudino, who you have on your screen. We're talking with Ricardito El Nino Sandoval, who will be fighting on Saturday. Nino, this kid's making his second fight on Saturday.
Yeah.
Where was your second fight at?
My second fight was in Tijuana.
In Tijuana, right?
Tijuana. I don't know exactly where at, but it was in Tijuana.
It was like some bar in Tijuana.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And it wasn't no media workout for you there. There was
nothing.
no anybody there.
No, nothing.
But it was about the grind that you have to have, because for your career, nothing's been easy for you. You mentioned you started in Tijuana, working your way up, and Ricardo, you had to go across the pond, had some fights here. You had a couple setbacks, but you get back up every single time. What's the best advice you have for young fighters that are trying to climb right now?
You know, just stay dedicated. You know, believe in what the goals you have, and just stay grinded and just stay focused on your training and stay dedicated, 100%.
Love to hear that, Ricardo. I mean, like Beto said, you have some setbacks, but it doesn't matter about those setbacks. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what losses you take. It's how you face adversity and come back up, and you're so close to fighting a world title. What do you want to show? What do you want to show us this Saturday?
No, I'm here to show that I'm one of the best in the division. You know, I'm trying to fight for that world title. I feel like
you're there in all the rankings.
Yeah, I'm there. So I believe I've earned the title shot, and I'm just waiting for one of the champs to give me the shot.
Yeah, the WBC silver belt will be on the line, the flyweight division. You know that you're going to have to go somewhere around the world to fight for that title, because it seems like every single time there's a title coming up, your name is mentioned, but they don't ever call the name. Why?
I have no idea, man. I've been putting in the work, you know. I've been coming out. I show out on the fights. I get the win, and hopefully I can get the shot. And just hope for the best.
Yeah, man. We keep doing your thing, and you're gonna go up there, and you're knocking on the title contention. You know, do you think one more fight with a spectacular victory over Saturday puts you in there?
Yeah, of course. And that's what I train for. You know, to put spectacular fights. And just to put my name out there, and then hopefully I could get the shot.
All right. Cal State San Bernardino business degree. You're fighting, you're chasing it, you're waiting for that opportunity. How do you stay locked in, man?
I have a goal in my mind, you know. I have a goal and become world champion, and then I just put my mind into it and just stay dedicated to that goal.
El Nino Sandoval, you'll be able to see him Saturday on DAZN. Good luck to you, man. Always good talking to you.
Thank you.
Say hello to the family and bring the banda. You bring the banda Saturday?
That's what we're looking at right now.
One of the best entrances right there.
Yeah,
Nino
thank
Sandoval. There you go. Appreciate it. You're gonna hit mitts right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's get there going. Like him.
Yeah.
Nino, he's been one of those cases where the business side has affected his career. Not because of the talent, it's the business side of Guys step away, guys do this, guys do that, the flyweight division. It's hard, and you know all about that.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's very frustrating, but as a fighter, you just got to have that tunnel vision of I'm going to get where I need to get and just keep doing my thing.
And there it is, Ricardo El Niño Sandoval, 25-2, 18 KOs, got his career started in Tijuana, has fought in England, fought all over the United States, trying to just keep on climbing and get the opportunity to fight for a world title. This Saturday will be the WBC silver flyweight title on the line, 10 rounds against Seleto Henderson from Indianapolis, Indiana, who's 10-1 with 7 KOs. 5 fights coming your way on DAZN on Saturday. Tomorrow is the press conference. It'll be streamed live. Friday is the weigh-in, also streamed live. The main event, Oscar Duarte, Miguel Madueño, Parral, Chihuahua, Sonora, Mexico going against each other in the main event. It was supposed to be Regis Prograis. Madueno stepped in when Prograis injured his shoulder last week, and Madueno is a tough fighter. That'll be really, really good. Let's bring in right now the boss man representing Chicago, Illinois in the welterweight division, Kenneth Sims Jr., man. Good to see you, Kenneth.
Yeah.
Kenneth Sims Jr., he'll be taking on the veteran Kendo Castaneda from San Antonio, Texas. Kenneth, how you been, man? Last time I saw you in the ring, you were calling out everybody.
It's still the same thing. Still the same thing. I want all of it. I want everybody.
Now, your last fight that was scheduled went down with injury. What happened?
I had bursitis in both of my knees.
Oh, what?
So it started hurting the first week of camp, but I just pushed all the way through until I couldn't no more. It wasn't bothering me when I was boxing. It started bothering me when I was boxing. I couldn't move. It was hurting me to walk. So
wow.
Yeah, like
the only way to rest that, to do that is to stop is to rest.
Yeah, I've been in physical therapy since the time we had to back out of the fight. So I just got cleared by my doctor about 3 weeks ago.
So you barely got cleared.
Yeah. Then they called me. They was like, "Yo, what you think about?" So I said, the doctor said I'm good to go. So we can.
But you're also the fighter we know we spoke in the past where you stay in the gym. You might not.
I was already training. So that's literally the only reason I accepted the fight, because I was still in the gym, just not at full blast.
Yeah.
So the last 3 weeks we just picked it up.
Yeah, just getting to know you a little bit. I know the frustration you must have been going through, the mental side of like, I can't do this.
Yeah,
you had a big opportunity, couldn't do this.
It was hurting me when I wake up in the morning. It was hurting me to walk. Like I had to walk like with a limp every day. And then I'll get to the gym, I'll warm up, it'll go away. And then once I start working out, it'll come back. And both of my knees was just hurting all day, every day.
Damn, Kenny, we go back since
long time
back in the day.
Yeah.
And everyone always asks me who sticks out to you from the junior team or whatever team I was in.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say Shakur, Devin Haney, Kenny Sims was in there for sure. No, of course, man. I gotta give you respect. You know, I've seen your career develop from going up. Had some setbacks, but like I said, those don't mean anything. It's how you take that adversity on. You know, what do you want to demonstrate this Saturday?
I just want to demonstrate that I'm the best, not one of the best in the division. This fight's at a higher weight class because it's last minute, but I'm campaigning at 140, and I just want to show that nobody at 140 can do anything with me.
And you'll be fighting the welterweight division just to get you back into the ring. That's got to be saying something that Golden Boy's like, come on, we want to put you back in.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Like, when I first signed up with Golden Boy, that's what I said. I wanted to be active. So just the fact that as soon as they found out I was back healthy, they gave me something to get right back in there. That's what I want. I want to be able to display my talents as much as I can.
That's Ricardo Sandoval, El Niño, in the ring right now with his trainer Monchis. You'll be able to see him on DAZN. The fight before him will be Kenneth Sims, who we're talking to right now. So you're going to get done with your fight. All goes well. You're going to be watching that main event really close.
Excuse my language. I want to whip Oscar Duarte's ass.
Well, if you're going to do that, you have to look at the camera and do it.
Oh, well, I ain't know. But Oscar Duarte, him and his team been trolling me in my DMs for the past 4 months. So after hopefully he wins, I'm gonna take care of my business. Hopefully he wins. After that, he gotta see me.
So they've been sending you messages?
Yeah, they've been sending me duck emojis and commenting on all my posts, commenting on every post Golden Boy make about me. So, and then he posted, I think last week he posted me on a dead duck head. So I take that as disrespect. So we gotta go get in the ring.
Well, it's kind of hard to duck when you can't move, right?
Yeah.
Like your knees weren't allowing you to move.
That's the point I don't get. It wasn't a duck. And if he asks anybody with Golden Boy, I ask direct. I say I don't need a tune-up. I don't need nothing. All I need is camp, and we can get right back to
Also,
Duarte.
you didn't even want this kind of a fight. You wanted to get right
I
back.
wanted to go right back to Oscar Duarte.
Okay. Because that's how confident you are in yourself.
Yeah.
Because it was a big fight. You were going to beat Riyadh Season.
Mm-hmm.
It was Turkey, all the shit was going to do that. All the stuff for you. Everything's lined up. So, like, I don't see you ducking anyway.
Nah, I was injured. There was nothing I could do about it. I sat up and cried that I couldn't fight. So I don't cry. So I cried that I couldn't make it to that fight.
Yeah. And then, so this is personal for you this weekend.
It's a little bit, especially after that little duck picture. Yeah, it's a little personal.
Kenneth Sims Jr. taking on Kendo Castaneda, who is 21-7 from San Antonio. It's a higher division, but that dude's crazy. I know Kendo.
I know him too.
Dude, tell me he's not a crazy dude.
I knew him since the amateurs.
Yeah.
So we used to be in the same weight class in the amateurs all the time.
In a great way. I say this with respect, Kendo. You're crazy in a good way because he's a fun fighter.
Yeah, he's tough.
But this is for you what the kind of fight you want because this can make you look really, really good.
I mean, yeah, I think he come to fight, which is what I want. Like my last fight, the guy, he fought, but he didn't come to win. Yeah. He just came to throw a couple punches so he get his check. But I think Kendo will really come to try to win, and I think that's gonna let me look the best I can.
What kind of fight are you expecting from Kendo this Saturday?
All right, so I'm a student of boxing, so I just watch. So Kendo, he's gonna try to box the first couple rounds, then he gonna see he can't hang. He gonna try to be the tough guy. Yeah, and that's not gonna work either. So
it's not gonna work either. So afterwards, after that fight, it's all business with Kendo, and then it gets personal with Duarte.
Yeah, I mean it's still all business. I just don't like the trolling. Yeah. I just don't like.
That's not your style.
Yeah, that's not my thing. Like if we go talk trash, we talk trash to each other, and then it wasn't even him at first. It was. All right, I just found out the guy's name because I seen it they commented on someone on Facebook. Whoever in his team that's named Carlos Duarte has been trolling me for months and it's getting on my nerves.
I think that might be his brother.
Well, his brother, I don't care who it is, but whoever it is.
Well, you'll see them tomorrow at the press conference. Should be good.
Yeah.
Friday the weigh-in.
I plan on letting them know about it too. So
there it is. All right, Kenneth Sims Jr., the boss man representing Chicago. Send your shout outs right there, man.
What's up? I got the city of Chicago on my back. I got a special surprise with my uniform and everything because I live and breathe Chicago. It's my favorite city in the entire world. It's the best city in the entire world. So anybody from Chicago, make sure you're looking out because got a surprise for y'all.
So you're gonna have a Bears logo everywhere?
I ain't gonna tell you what it is.
Well, you guys got a quarterback finally.
I ain't gonna tell you what it is. I'm not even a football guy. That's my dad. I like basketball. So.
All right, well,
there you go.
All right.
That's a hint.
That's a hint? All right. Kenneth Sims Jr., the boss man. Bulls fan.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. We'll see him Saturday. Good luck to you, man. Always good talking to you, man. Appreciate you as always. Fine young man, talented young man. Lex, you've been involved with camps where the trash talking is there, and you're like, where's this coming from?
Yeah, where's that coming from?
I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah, I was actually surprised as well, too. In that fight later down the road, it's going to be interesting to see because, you got people from Duarte's camp talking trash, and how's Kenneth Sims going to handle that, So it's going to make it intriguing to see in the future.
You see Kenneth Sims Jr., he said he was hurt when he was supposed to fight Duarte last year, Riyadh season, Latino Nights, which was a fantastic event, bursitis in both knees.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah. That's no ducking for sure. That's painful.
You can't run. And when you're a fighter, first thing you do in the morning is run.
Yeah. You got to do your road work. But not just that. You got to have that stance of that movement of your core of moving around. And Kenneth Sims does a great job of using his legs laterally, keeps moving. And if you can't have those knees, then it's a no-brainer, Reto.
Yeah. You said you remember him from the amateurs.
From the amateurs, yeah. Back in Team USA. I was in the junior team and he was in the lead team. So we go way back in the day from seeing each other. It's pretty cool to see each other, going up the rankings and him doing his thing and I'm doing my thing.
21-2-1, 8 KOs, Kenneth Sims Jr. He'd be fighting at the welterweight division. So you said a higher weight just to get the fight, the 2 fight. Then I think Saturday might be the Duarte Sims showdown if all things go.
Yeah, if all roads go aligned, that's the fight to see.
Main event, Oscar Duarte, Miguel Madueño. You'll see them Saturday live on DAZN. The DAZN broadcast gets going at 5 o'clock on Saturday. The Golden Boy YouTube portion gets going at 2 o'clock. Kevin Guzman will be opening it up. There'll be 6 fights for you on the YouTube portion, and then 5 of them on the DAZN part, which starts at 5 o'clock. It'll be Joel Iriarte, Kenneth Sims Jr., and Nino Sandoval, then Darius Fulgham, And, of course, Oscar Duarte and Miguel Madueño in the main event. Golden Boy is going to be busy on Saturday because in the afternoon across the pond, it'll be Arnold Barbosa taking on Jack Catterall. And then on the 22nd in Saudi Arabia is going to be Virgil Ortiz and Floyd Schofield. So a lot on the line for Golden Boy in the next couple of weeks. Right now, Winfred Harris Jr. is joining us. Winfred will be taking on Darius Fulgham. Winfred coming in from Detroit, Michigan, 22-2-2 with 10 KOs. Nice to meet you, man.
What's up, man?
All right, they tell you that you're going to take on Darius Fulgham. What'd you think?
So he got to take on me.
Oh, he's got to take on you.
He got to take on me. I ain't about to be in there with him. He gonna be in there with me.
Now, you come from Detroit. What's your style for people to see you for the first time?
I'm like a boxer puncher, for sure. Boxer puncher, home of the D. You know, that's how we all got down from Crunk.
The super middleweight division. Tell me your first fight. Where was it?
My first fight?
Yeah. 'Cause everybody remembers where they were because Saturday night you're going to be at the Honda Center, a bigger venue, a big setup. You got the media workout, press conference tomorrow, Friday the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Your first fight, where was it at?
I was in Michigan. I was at the Royal Oak Music Theater. Yep, that's where I was at.
By how many people?
I don't know. It was a lot.
Oh, it was a lot.
It was
Okay.
a lot, though. You know, it was my first fight debut. Everybody was there for me, but it was a lot. It was a lot of people there.
Let me guess, knockout.
Of course, you gotta have your first fight as a knockout. I don't know. That's sad if you don't.
Right now, you said that he's not in there with you're not in there with him. He's in there with you. That's not the mentality of a B-side fighter. What can we expect an upset this Saturday?
Yeah, I'm not no B-side fighter. I might be in a position right now, but I'm not no B-side fighter.
Yeah, you gotta have that mentality always.
Yeah, that's not me. I don't know if he think that. Then he gonna come in for a surprise.
Have you watched any tape on him or anything like that?
Yeah, I seen a little bit of something, you know, but I usually leave that for my coach to do.
What got you into fighting?
Funny story. I was watching Rocky one day. You know, my auntie had me watching the kids, and I turned on some Rocky for the first time, and I got up. You know, I started trying to do what he was doing, southpaw little movement. I'm like, oh, he working hard. I could do that. You know, and once I got to the gym, in real life, you know, that's all it was hard work, and then you know I'm good for some of that.
How old were you when you started boxing?
I was 14.
So you're 14.
Yeah.
Probably playing a bunch of different other sports, but running around the neighborhood. Nothing, huh?
Nah. All I used to do was rap. I wasn't that talented.
Okay.
So all of that correlate to just me being a little bit more talented in this one thing.
You still rap?
I do a little.
A little bit. But the boxing is the lock-in.
Yeah. That's what got me paid first. So.
You say you're a southpaw.
No, I'm not southpaw, but I was just, I was watching Rocky.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I was up trying to do what he was.
Okay, because these southpaws over here, they're a little different, man.
They is.
They think a little different.
We got a little edge advantage, with the little southpaw.
That's
true. The whole thing around.
It's true. Yeah, y'all got a little bit more practice.
Yeah, Detroit is a great fight city. A lot of people coming out of there. The legendary Croc Gym and all that other stuff in Michigan. When you represent for your area, how cool does that make you feel?
It make me feel good. Everybody riding with me. It's Detroit. If you winning, everybody with you. If you not, they don't like you that much. So you gotta win. You gotta win.
There's your camera right there. Send your shout outs to your people.
Shout out to everybody. I want to shout out to the Jabs Boxing Gym. That's where I be at. Big shout out to Jabs. 4-1. All the Finkel guys. All my whole team, everybody. Let's put the D on, man. We about to do that.
Winfred Harris Jr., 22-2-2, 10 KOs. You'll see him Saturday in the co-main live on the DAZN. Nice meeting you, man. Good luck to you Saturday.
Hello, man.
We'll see you at the press conference tomorrow. He's also going to be working out right now. Put on that show. So that's one side of the co-main against Darius Fulgham. That's a fight I'm really looking forward to. Fulgham is 13-0, 11 KOs. Hasn't been tested. Has been good fights, but hasn't been tested. I think Winfred is going to be the man who's going to bring that to him.
Yeah, and his attitude right now carried himself that he's going to come to spoil Fulgham's night. And you look to see that, too, especially when a fighter that feels that he's the A-side and he's the one that's going to take it to the A-side fighter.
I love the attitude.
Gotta love it.
There it is, the boss man representing Chicago, Illinois, Kenneth Sims Jr. He'll be fighting the second fight on DAZN right after Joel Iriarte. So you'll be watching him about 5:30 around that time as the DAZN broadcast gets going at 5 o'clock. Beto Duran alongside Alexis Rocha at SOA Fitness here in Orange, California. A few minutes away from the Honda Center in Anaheim, where the fight will be on Saturday. Tickets available for you at Ticketmaster.com. Make sure you follow the Golden Boy social media accounts for all the behind-the-scenes coverage of today, tomorrow's press conference, Friday's weigh-in, the Instagram, the TikTok. It's all there for you. And make sure you subscribe to the Golden Boy YouTube page for a lot of cool features that our crew does behind the works. Albert Baker, Larry Morones, who does a lot of work going to camps and talking to the fighters. The main event, Parral, Chihuahua, Oscar Duarte against Sonora's Miguel Madueño. Madueño, 31-3, 28 KOs. I saw him a couple years ago on the Thompson Boxing Show. Alex Camponovo, who is part of the promotion, it'll be Golden Boy in association with Cancun Boxing and Camponovo Sports. Madueño, Thompson Boxing, Mr. Ken Thompson, the late, great Ken Thompson, signed him. They brought in Madueño, and what does he do right away? Just starts throwing bombs at the DoubleTree. And it was, those fights right there, that club show where you win some fans by knocking people out.
By knocking people out, you go and you entertain these people, and you go and you give these big bar burner fights in there, and that's what you love to see as a fan.
All right, Miguel Madueño, vete. And Polo Asensio will be our translator. Polo, the voice of the St. Louis Cardinals in Spanish, translating for us today. Miguel, Sonora, Mexico. What's it like fighting for this show Saturday?
¿Vienes de Sonora?
Sinaloa.
Oh, Sinaloa, sorry.
Sinaloa. De Sinaloa, ¿qué significa ahora para ti estar aquí este sábado?
Pues significa mucho, un nuevo reto para mí, para México más que nada. Los dos somos mexicanos, entonces esperemos dar un buen espectáculo.
Means a lot. It's a great challenge for me. We both are Mexican, and when two Mexicans are in the ring, there's going to be a big show.
When Golden Boy calls you to tell you, are you ready to fight Oscar Duarte, and you accept that fight, what goes on in your mind?
Cuando te llaman, que si estás listo para pelear en contra de Oscar Duarte, ¿qué fue lo primero que pasó en tu mente?
No fue una decisión fácil, la analizamos, pero decidimos tomarla, nos gustan los retos, entonces si salimos victoriosos, primero Dios, creo que sería un gran reto acertado.
It was not easy. We know it's going to be a big challenge, but after we thought about it, we say, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Now, hopefully, with God's help, it's going to be a good decision for us.
And were you already staying in the gym working? Were you preparing yourself prior to getting a call?
¿Estabas ya en el gimnasio preparándote antes de que llegara esa pelea, como si sabías que algo iba a venir?
Sí estamos en el gimnasio, más claro no nos estamos preparando como tal para una pelea. Teníamos en las vistas algo más a futuro, pero se nos acortó un poco. Decidimos tomar el reto, entonces creo que es una gran experiencia que nos va a dejar esto.
Yeah, I was in the ring, getting ready for something that we didn't know was going to come this fast. It came, but we got it. It's a good challenge, and we're happy.
28 KOs. What's his style?
28 knockouts. ¿Cómo definirías tu estilo?
Fajador. Igual yo creo que el de Duarte vendría siendo, se puede decir, prácticamente lo mismo. Entonces creo que sería una pelea muy explosiva.
I like to go forward. I know Duarte does the same thing, so I believe it's going to be a big and explosive fight.
So Duarte was supposed to fight Regis Prograis, former champion, and then when Miguel stepped in, a lot of the talk in the boxing world was this might be a better fight because of his style. What do you think about that?
Cuando Duarte estaba listo para pelear en contra del campeón y se salió de la pelea del campeón por una lesión, cuando la gente vio tu nombre, muchos pensaron, esta va a ser una mejor pelea que lo que venía anteriormente. ¿Qué piensas de eso?
Pues creo que tienen razón porque el peleador que había antes no es un peleador tan agresivo como lo soy yo, entonces creo que se acomoda más su estilo con el mío, podría ser una mejor pelea.
I believe they are right because the fighter from before is not a fighter that goes forward, so Duarte's style and mine, I believe is going to be a better fight.
You're a very tough and durable fighter. How do you see Saturday going along with Duarte?
Eres un peleador duro, corrioso, que va hacia adelante. ¿Cómo ves tu pelea el sábado en contra de Duarte?
Es una pelea dura, no creas que es fácil, pero creemos en lo que hemos estado trabajando, en la experiencia que tenemos, entonces pensamos salir con la mano en alto.
It's going to be a tough fight, but I believe in what I've been working with, and I believe that it's going to be a good fight, and we are going to be forward and going to be winning this fight.
We're from in Sinaloa.
¿De qué parte de Sinaloa?
Guasave.
Guasave.
So Guasave, Sinaloa. So there's your camera. Send your shoutouts.
Ahí está la cámara. Un saludo para la gente de Wasabi, a quien tú quieras, ahí te están viendo ahora.
Un saludo para toda la entrada, Guasave, Sinaloa, México. Ánimo.
There he goes.
I got to make sure I say it right because I was saying Sonora. I'm sorry about that. Wasabe, Sinaloa, Miguel Madueño is going to be in the main events on Saturday. Good luck to you. Buena suerte.
Suerte, mano.
Gracias. Gracias.
So I'll tell you, I go warm up, get going. Put the gloves on. You'll be able to see him right now. Good job, Polo, our translator. Like, we understand, but we ought to make sure you get the words right. That's why we bring in Polo, the best in the business out there. So I don't know who told me Sonora, but I got to get it right, though. The last thing I want to do is piss off the main event fighter.
Yeah, you got to fact check him. He's going to fact check you if you get it wrong.
And he'll be taking on Oscar Duarte from Parral, Chihuahua. Still got Oscar and Darius Fulgham to show up. Right now, you see Miguel Madueño. Dude, the guy cracks 31-3, 28 KOs. A lot of, the first 10, 15 fights were in Mexico against lesser competition. But when he started showing up in the United States, he was still knocking people out, still had fights. He fought on a pro box show. He's a tough guy, man.
Very, very rugged, his record speaks for itself, hasn't been stopped. So that's going to be very interesting to see how Duarte could break down an opponent like Miguel Madueno.
It's interesting when he said that in the beginning when they asked him about, taking the fight. He said, well, it was a tough decision because it was a shorter camp, and he's a fighter who stays ready. Alex, was he training for another fight? Okay, so Alex Camponovo, who manages Madueño, I just asked him right now, he said he was training for a fight down the line. So he was just in the gym training, but not having a fight.
It's going to be very interesting to see how his stamina, his conditioning is, how his rust is when he goes in there. Because when you're just in the gym training, you're not sparring, you're not taking it very seriously. But when you're in training camp, that's when the preparations go for a fight. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles Saturday night.
So that's the main event. You're watching Miguel Madueño. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. Do not ask for free tickets unless you want them from Alexis Rocha. He has a bunch of them. So go to Alexis Rocha 777 for free tickets.
Hit me up, guys. I got all the free tickets in the world. Hit me up.
All the free
tickets. You get tickets. You get tickets. Everyone gets tickets.
Yeah, free tickets for the fight February 30th. They'll be there. And joined now by Madueño's opponent, the main event. On the A side will be Oscar Duarte from Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico. You don't need a translator? You don't need a translator. You speak English now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good, ready for this fight. I'm very happy, very motivated, and I'm ready to go.
You're motivated. I like that. Your main event, how do you feel?
I feel very good. ¿Cómo se dice soñé?
I dreamed about this. ¿Soñaste de esto?
Siempre soñé estar en un evento acá en Estados Unidos y pues este va a ser la primera vez como el lado A, entonces me siento muy contento y muy motivado.
I always had this dream to be the main fighter in an event here in the United States, so I'm glad I'm on the A side, and I'm extremely motivated for this one.
Oscar, I've known you since back in the Velasco days. I've known you since we were the undercard of just in front of all the shows basically. I remember this clear, vivid memory of me being backstage with you, and it was no one in the locker room, just me and you sleeping. So now you having all eyes on you being the main event, I'm sure that must feel great to hear.
Un poquito.
Dice que se recuerda de los días del Velasco, cuando estaban ahí peleando casi solos, y recuerda una ocasión que estaban tú y él en el vestidor ahí platicando. Hoy en día vas a estar peleando en contra de esta gente en una arena grande. ¿Cómo te sientes ahora?
I feel very, very happy, very motivated, and very excited, y I'm ready to go. Ya quiero estar ahí arriba.
I want to be up there, and the rest, you guys heard them.
¿Recuerdas ese día? Do you remember that day?
Sí, recuerdo muy bien. Pues Alexis lo conocí desde mis comienzos, entonces hemos venido trabajando fuerte desde que comenzamos, y pues es una motivación estar aquí y pues da gusto toparte con los compañeros.
I remember clearly. I know Alexis for a long, long time. We worked really, really hard, and I'm very happy to see Alexis and other fighters that started with me at that level, and now we're here.
We met, you were 19 years old, you showed up at the Velasco, and DAZN puts this on their Instagram today, where you took the call on a Monday, you lost 14 pounds, you flew, and you were going to take on a fighter that Golden Boy was about to sign, Popo Salinas, who was a big-time prospect, and you showed up with nobody, and you won. And Golden Boy called you back and said, let's see this kid do it again, and you did it. To where you're at right now, how proud are you of you?
Te recordamos de una ocasión que te llamaron así en corto, en una semana perdiste 14 libras, te enfrentaste a un boxeador que en ese momento era uno de los mejores de Golden Boy, Popo Salinas, ganaste la pelea, te vieron muy bien y dijeron, ¿sabes qué? Vamos a ver si fue una vez o lo puede hacer seguido. ¿Cómo te sientes ahora?
Sí, fue mi primera vez acá en Estados Unidos y fue una gran experiencia porque bajé 17 libras en 2 días.
17 pounds.
Me vine con una mochilita y con llena de sueños y con los de estos bien puestos y ahí cambió mi vida porque pude dedicarme al 100% a lo que es mi pasión, que es el boxeo.
I remember clearly it was 17 pounds. I had nothing but a backpack and my balls pretty big and ready to go. And I feel great because this is my passion. Boxing is my passion. ¿Lo puedes decir?
Yeah, the boxing is my passion and I'm ready to go.
No, decía lo otro de los huevos.
Ah, de packet.
Sí, sí.
Yeah. Con los huevos bien puestos.
So you trained for a certain fighter 8 weeks in training camp for Regis Prograis. Now he pulls out last week. How do you have that mindset of the preparation to fight a different fighter in Madueño?
Pues me estuve preparando para Prograis, que es zurdo y todo. Desafortunadamente se lesionó. Voy a pelear contra Madueño, es un peleador aguerrido, entonces pues es el estilo que a mí me gusta, entonces va a ser muy buena pelea.
I was getting ready for Prograis, who's a lefty, but now a southpaw, but now fighting against Madueño, I know he's a fighter, he's going to go forward, and I feel it's going to be a great fight.
The main event on Saturday, Oscar Duarte, Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico, taking on Guasave, Sinaloa's Miguel Madueño. Good luck to you. Let's get a face-off in the ring between you and Madueño. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Gusto en verlos.
Yeah, he's been telling me the last couple of years, Beto, I'm going to learn English. I want to do interviews in English. You're doing good on your interviews. Good job.
Yeah.
You're practicing. La práctica.
Simón.
All right, go with Jane right there and take care of him. So that fight, I think I remember. You guys, it might have been a Velasco day, right?
It was at the Stub Hub. It was
Stub
it
Hub.
was my third pro fight. I think it was his 5th.
Yeah.
I remember we got because we're the first ones to report to the stadium, and when we get there, I'm like, I'm tired, and he's like, I'm tired too. So we both literally took a nap right next to each other. And he wakes up and like, I'm hungry, and his coach is like, How are you hungry? You have to literally fight in an hour or so.
There you see the main event, Chihuahua against Sinaloa on Saturday. Oscar Duarte, he's no longer that innocent 19-year-old kid who showed up with just a backpack and he said some dreams. So you see Madueno, the taller fighter in this one. It'll be the super lightweight division, the WBA Continental Americas, which is a belt that helps you get into the rankings. And you'll see that the main event on Saturday. They're locked in. Press conference tomorrow, weigh in on Friday. This is a big opportunity for Madueno to change his life. He's last couple, but for Duarte, this is dangerous, Lex.
This is dangerous when you got a guy coming in there to give it his all and to lose nothing. He's just ready for that phone call, and you got that phone call last week, so he's going to step up to the plate.
You know about this. You train for one person, you even asked him, and then there's another person with a completely different style. That's hard.
Completely different style, and it's so difficult when you train for a slick boxer and a southpaw in Prograis, former world champion with all the experience, and then you get a tough and rugged guy like Miguel who's just going to come and be in your face all night. So it's going to be a heck of a fight this Saturday.
Yeah, trained in Mexico, then he went with Joel Diaz, Antonio Diaz for a while, had a setback, went back to Mexico, built his career back up, and then now he's training with Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia Boxing Camp with this great work out there. You have Virgil Ortiz, you have so many different fighters that Robert has, and the work ethic and the experience that he has is on his side. But this kid has never one to shy away from hard work. We did a fight of his in Parral right before the pandemic, before I shut down the world. And it was a small town. It's a working class town, and his family owns a pallet company.
Oh, wow.
Where you're making pallets. It's hard working countryside.
That's hard labor.
But they also have hay bearers. So he was literally country strong growing up because he was baling the hay. The stuff we don't have in Santana.
Yeah,
Lex.
that stuff.
We have freeways. This guy's got horses and hay. So that's where how strong he is. That's where he got that country strong.
He has that brute strength with him.
And then you combine that with proper nutrition, proper training, and then now you have a man who's 28-2-1 with 22 KOs. Has a good following, and a big opportunity for him coming off a good win on Riyadh season over Batir. And that was a heck of a fight. So, and then we hear Kenneth Sims saying, hey, after this, I'm calling him out. We want this.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good fight. Styles makes fights with Kenneth Sims, a slick boxer, and Duarte, who's just going to come and be rugged the whole night and be in your face. You know, that's a very stylistic fight that's going to be very pleasing to the fans.
This is in association with Pepe Gomez and Cancun Boxing. And also, if you see him tomorrow at the press conference, Duarte, he's going to have Gabriel Soto, the Mexican telenovela star, who's going to be on his side. So this kid goes from showing up with nothing. He was the first fight at the Belasco. The Belasco used to be where we would have the Golden Boy Fight Night, the development series, the LA Fight Club, where, you know, it was a nightclub and you would put young fighters in there. I mean, Jojo got going there, you got going there, Sanisa fought there, and you would just work your way out of the club show to get to the StubHub on Saturday, to get to Vegas. And there were some fighters that had a lot of opportunities that went by the wayside. This is a man that took advantage of his opportunity, man.
Took full advantage of it. You can see the hunger in him when he talks about that. He's ready to go, you know. He carries that with him, and he wants to go in there, and he wants to fight.
That'll be the main event on Saturday. It gets going at 5 o'clock live on DAZN. The Golden Boy YouTube portion will start at 2 o'clock. 6 fights on YouTube, 5 on DAZN. It'll be a good night of boxing for Golden Boy. There's the main event, Duarte Madueño. Get the Fight Night Guide, scan the QR code for you there. Great job of Luis Gonzalez directing, producing everything behind the scenes for today's media workout. Tomorrow's press conference will also be streamed live. I'll be hosting. Then Friday's weigh-in will also be streamed live. I'll be there along with my man Mark Fratto. And you'll see Saturday, the main event. It'll be there. All right, so we've talked to a lot of people here, Alexis. We've talked to Duarte Madueño, the main event. We also talked to Winfred Harris Jr., the opponent for Darius Fulgham. That's the co-main. Ricardo Sandoval, Ginho, Kenneth Sims Jr., and Joel Duarte. The main card is a good one. You'll be on that broadcast. I know you're looking forward to it.
Very excited to be on the broadcast with DAZN. It's a big opportunity. Thank Golden Boy and thank DAZN for having me.
All right, make sure you look suited and booted, baby.
Gotta look fresh.
And then the YouTube portion gets going at 2 o'clock with myself, Scrappy Ramirez, and Eric Priest. On the broadcast, Kevin Guzman, who's part of Team Barbosa, Javier Meza from Amarillo, Texas, Fabian Guzman, actually, I'm sorry, let me get it right, Fabian Guzman from Orange, California, El Terror Gael Cabrera from Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, and Junebug Garcia will be on the broadcast. For everybody working behind the scenes, thanks so much. For Oscar De Loya, the founder of Golden Boy Promotions, the Hall of Famer himself, President Eric Gomez, and everybody at the Golden Boy office, thanks for supporting us. Thanks for all your help today. For all the crew that are working behind the scenes, couldn't do it without you guys. For my partner, Alexis Rocha, I'm Beto Duran. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the press conference.
Hey, champ. I know why you're here. You're a born winner, the top dog. You have a proper punch on you. It only takes one, eh? But I know you're not all about throwing haymakers. You know your bobs from your weaves. And you know DAZN's got over 150 live events every year. Over 150. Proper stacked. All the action, the chaos, the comebacks, the non-stop knockouts. Big fights every week. So get those gloves back on. Together, we're boxing royalty. DAZN, undisputed.